Hello and welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to clear up some confusing prepositions, so let's get started. So which one is correct? Do I say hear about or hear of? Well, they're both correct, but we use them in different situations. So let's take a closer look. We use hear about when we talk about current information, something like the news, some new information. That's when we say hear about. Let's look at the verb. Hear in the present, in the past, heard. Make the sound like burger, heard for the past. And for the participle. So again, hear, heard, heard. Example, have you heard about? Use this when you talk about something current. Example, have you heard about the conflict in the Middle East? And the answer is yes, I have. Short answer, yes, I have. Complete, yes, I've heard about the conflict in the Middle East. Or you can answer with past and say, yes, I heard about it. You don't have to say, yes, I've heard about it. You can use simple past to answer this question. Yeah, I heard about it. Again, the question, have you heard about the conflict in the Middle East? And you can answer, yes, I have, or yes, I heard about it. These are the two most common answers. And sometimes people ask the question using past. They'll say, did you hear about? Did you hear about the conflict in the Middle East? People say this too. Using have is better, because when you say have you, you're talking about an action that happened in the past at no specific time. So it's better to say, have you heard? Have you heard about the conflict in the Middle East? But you'll also hear this. Did you hear? Did you hear about the conflict in the Middle East? People say both. So let's practice. Have you heard about the conflict in the Middle East? Very good. Now let's talk about hear of. It means the name. Not talking about information, just the name. Example, have you ever heard of Genghis Khan? I have. I've heard the name. Not talking about information about the person, just the name. Use of. And I can use ever to talk about in your life. Have you ever heard of Genghis Khan? Yes, I have. I've heard of him. Let's practice. Have you ever heard of Genghis Khan? Very good. Another example. Have you ever heard of The Who? It's a band. It's a rock band. Have you ever heard of them? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've ever heard of this band. The Who. Another example. Have you ever heard of McDonald's? I cannot say, have you heard about McDonald's? If I say, have you heard about McDonald's, I think, did something change? Is there some news about McDonald's? If I say about, so I have to say of. Have you heard of McDonald's? Or better with ever. Have you ever heard of McDonald's? I'm talking about the name. And the answer is yes, of course. Everybody has heard of McDonald's. It's all over the world. Let's practice. Have you ever heard of McDonald's? Very good. Has everybody heard of McDonald's? That's right. Everybody has heard of McDonald's. I cannot say everybody has heard about McDonald's. I have to use of because we're talking about the name. Another burger place, Habit Burger. Have you ever heard of Habit Burger? Very good. Example, he has never heard of Habit Burger because Habit Burger is in California and he's never been to California, so he's never heard of this restaurant. I cannot say he's never heard about this restaurant. I have to use of because I'm talking about the name. He's never heard of this restaurant because he's never been to California. Let's practice. Has he ever heard of Habit Burger? That's right. He's never heard of Habit Burger because he's never been to California. So remember, hear about is about information, usually something current, some current news. And hear of is talking about the name, just the name of something. So keep watching to practice with more confusing vocabulary. Today we're going to practice with two important words, allergy and allergic. Let's get started. The first word is allergy. The first thing that's important is the ALL. This word breaks the rule. The rule is ALL makes the sound all like ball and call. But here it makes the A sound, the short A like in apple and black. Allergy. It's 3 syllables. Allergy. The stress is on the first syllable. Allergy. Allergy is countable. I can have 1 allergy or 2 allergies. If you have one, you say an allergy. I have an allergy. I don't have an allergy. He has an allergy. He has an allergy to peanuts. When he eats peanuts, his face swells up. His face is swollen. He has an allergy. And the preposition is to. He has an allergy to peanuts. Pronunciation, to. He has an allergy to peanuts. He has an allergy to peanuts. When he eats peanuts, his face swells up. So allergy is a noun. It's a countable noun. An allergy. And the connector is to. Pronounced to. He has an allergy to peanuts. Our next word is allergic. Allergic is 3 syllables. Allergic. The stress is on the second syllable. Allergic. Allergic. Here the ALL is not pronounced all, but pronounced like in cup and up, because it's not stressed. Allergic. Allergic is an adjective. It describes a person. I am allergic. He is allergic. I am not allergic, but he is allergic. We use the same connector, to, pronounced to. He's allergic to peanuts. Example, he's allergic to peanuts. If he eats peanuts, his face swells up. His face is swollen because he ate peanuts. You can also use allergic as an adjective describing reaction. Reaction is countable. You can have 1 reaction and 2 reactions. So he has, or in the past, one time, he had an allergic reaction. He had an allergic reaction. Same preposition, to. He had an allergic reaction to peanuts. He had an allergic reaction to peanuts. Remember, to is pronounced to because it's not stressed in the sentence. He's allergic to peanuts. He had an allergic reaction to peanuts yesterday. Let's practice with allergy. If you go to the doctor or the hospital, they will always ask you this question. Do you have any allergies? They ask the question with plural, allergies. Any allergies? Because they don't know. Maybe 1 or maybe more than 1. Do you have any allergies? I say no, I don't have any allergies. Let's practice. Do you have any allergies? Very good. I don't have any allergies. Let's practice. Does he have an allergy to peanuts? That's right. He has an allergy to peanuts. Let's practice with allergic. I am not allergic to peanuts. Are you allergic to peanuts? That's right. I'm not allergic to peanuts. Is he allergic to peanuts? That's right. He's allergic to peanuts. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. Or if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.